Hey everyone, welcome back to Just Draw Already. This is Jerry, and in today's video, I want to combine weeks 2 and 3 of our figure drawing unit, go over what it is I accomplished these past 2 weeks, and talk to you guys about what I struggle with as well. Let's get into it. So over the course of these 2 weeks, I've continued to focus on Proko's free gesture series on his YouTube channel, and have gone back and forth between drawing the bean, which is a new concept that was introduced in one of his videos, versus drawing the gesture like I did back in week 1, using those S and C curves to lay down the gesture. If you haven't seen his video on the bean, definitely check that out. I'll leave it linked in the description below this video. But essentially, he breaks down the torso of the figure into 2 ellipses, one representing the rib cage and the other representing mainly the hip flexor complex and going up to the sternum. So these 2 ellipses overlap with one another, and it's our job to determine how we sketch these ellipses and how we place them as we see the figure by, how the figure is positioned. So if the torso is twisting, if they're rotated, let's say they're seated and they're rotated back to the right, that's a twisting motion, so we'd want to know how to portray that with the bean. If the body is pinching down on one side, maybe the left side of the stomach is being pinched, or if the figure is leaned back or crunched forward. It's just a way of simplifying the torso into a manageable, understandable way. So once you get that down, adding the limbs and the head becomes much easier. The torso is kind of where people struggle the most in terms of getting the gesture right. So if you nail the torso, then the rest comes easier. And in terms of practice, I've been watching one Croquis Cafe video a day and just doing the gesture practice along with it. And that's all the gesture work that I'm doing per day. That's it. So it's around like 20 minutes of gesture a day, which isn't a lot, but I don't want to overwork this. I think the key with gesture for me is getting into a good flow, not getting in my head, trying to let myself sketch freely and not think about it and just get loose. That's the main thing that I want to take away from this month, is just getting back into the flow of drawing and trying not to be perfect with each stroke, just letting it happen. If it doesn't turn out great, that's fine. That's what this is all about. It's just getting that muscle memory strengthened. So the rest of my time is spent working on things that I want to work on that are unrelated to this figure drawing unit. I've recently started the 100 heads challenge, which is a challenge going around on YouTube. I forget the YouTuber who started it. I'll find the video and leave it linked below. But I really want to get better with drawing faces. So I figured, why not why not do the 100 heads challenge? So the challenge is to draw 100 heads in 10 days. So basically 10 heads a day. And it's tough because you need to prioritize your time. And I'm not the best at doing that. I tend to take a while with each head. So I've kind of been struggling with the time constraints of that challenge. So I don't think I'm going to finish 100 heads in 10 days. It might take me a bit longer, but that's fine. I also wanted to talk about what I've been struggling with these past couple weeks, the main thing being perfectionism. I tend to compare myself with every other artist out there who is more talented than I am, and am very critical on myself about where I'm currently at in my skill level. And I know this is not a problem unique to me. I know a ton of people struggle with this and are constantly comparing themselves with others. Like, I'm on Instagram scrolling through, seeing all this amazing art that's being done, and I just think to myself, how in God's name will I be able to produce something like that? I'm nowhere near that, and it just makes me feel bad about myself. I want to get to the point where I'm able to appreciate good art when I see it and not get so bummed when I realize that I'm not able to produce that right now. And I feel like I am doing or trying to become more aware of that and stopping myself when I sort of get that feeling. But it's hard, and it's just comes with the territory of what we do. We need to learn to accept that we suck and just keep going. That's part of the reason why I started this YouTube channel, Just Draw Already. It's just do it. I really want to improve and develop as an artist, which I think has led to pressure while drawing and has taken away a lot of the fun that I could be having, enjoying the process. I just want to get there. I want the finished product to be amazing, and I think that's taking away from my enjoyment of it. All I'm worried about is improvement, and I think I need to slow down and find ways for me to enjoy the process of creating art and learning how to do this better. So for these 2 weeks, I really wanted to focus on getting my gesture drawing done and putting my learning hat on when doing those. But for everything else that I'm working on, I really wanted to try my hardest not to judge how my drawings look, how they come out, or be so negative while I'm actually drawing, and to just try my best to let go and just enjoy the process. That's really what I want to get out of this first unit, this first month of doing this, is just getting back into the flow of enjoying drawing. All right, that's going to do it for this week's video. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave a comment down below. Let me know what you're working on and what you're struggling with. Those are the two things I want to hear. And maybe we can have a conversation about it. So thanks again. Hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and I'll see you in the next one.